Jussie Smollett. People have a misunderstanding of what he's convicted of, let alone the sentencing. So he's convicted of a fourth-class felony, the least punishable felony that you could possibly get. Disorderly conduct, lying to police. That's what it is. That's the charge. It's like 4 counts of lying. Here goes a short clip of the sentencing.
So I'm trying to consider who you are as a person, how you got here. The following sentence, and here's your sentence. I'm sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to travel wherever you want. You do not have to live in the state of Illinois. You can report by phone. I know that if you're going to try to make a living and do some of the things you do, you may have to go to other places, New York and Los Angeles. You can do those things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine. And you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today, right here, right now. Mr. Smollett, though the jury found you guilty and I've sentenced you as I have, you have the right to appeal the findings and rulings of the court or ask your sentence to be modified. To do those things, you need to file a notice of appeal in writing within 30 days. You may also file a motion to modify your sentence, which would have to be filed in writing within 30 days. Anything not stated in those filings are waived for purposes of appeal. You cannot afford lawyers or transcripts. They would be provided for your charge. Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal.
Jussie's lawyer tries to calm him down. Cut this out, Jussie, making us look stupid. This doesn't help you. Stop!
Okay. I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay. Mr. Uche, let me inquire, are there any post-sentencing motions you care to present right now?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Ms. Bill.
The defense would wish to present a motion to reconsider sentence and file it in standard.
All right. It is timely filed. Did I do what?
Suspend the jail sentence in light of the notice of filing of appeal.
That will be respectfully denied. Yes, Mark. Mr. Lewis.
If it can be stayed in light of our notice of appeal.
No, I'm not staying. No. The wheels of justice turn slowly, and sometimes the hammer of justice has to fall, and it's falling right here, right now. I'm not staying this. This happens right here, right now. Defendants remanded to the custody of the sheriff. Court is adjourned.
I am not suicidal.
Stop locking up our class.
I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
It was kind of a stern sentencing that he handed down to Jussie. The judge talked for about 40 minutes of going up one side of Jussie and down the other, hashing out this entire case, explaining how Jussie lied, explaining how horrible this was. People, if you are on the fence about this one, I gotta ask you, did you really look into this? I understand if you didn't, but did you really look into it? He paid those two guys, two friends who were beholden to him, who he'd helped with their careers. He paid them $3,500 to stage this thing. They got on the stand and testified to the effect. They have the payments that he gave them a week before this happened. They've got the phone calls he kept making to them that night. They got them in the Uber a block away 30 minutes before it happened. If you look at everything, you can't come up with anything other than Jussie made this all up. It was an elaborate scheme. It was horrible. We'll talk more about that now. More about that later. Here's most important about this story. Let's get to some of the most important parts. One of them is the prosecutor at the time, Kim Fox, gave him no jail time. Given the reputational price Smollett paid, the $10,000 bond we held, and the fact that he'd never been accused of a violent crime, my office made the decision not to further pursue a criminal conviction. This story should have ended there, as thousands upon thousands of non-prosecuted cases do every day. But people did not care that there were all types of cases that are prosecuted every day, because this was Jussie Smollett, and he made a racial claim. That pissed people off. So I started looking around at cases that are similar, hate crime hoaxes. And you know, I had a hard time finding cases where people claimed that there was a hate crime when there wasn't, where people got such time. All the other cases were all different. Like, I've seen cases where someone said that there were bomb threats to a mosque or to a Jewish temple. Turns out it was a Jewish person doing it. But just because you're Jewish don't mean you can't make a hate crime against Jews. So they got him, but I don't know what the charges are. I don't think the charges were 30 months in 30 months with the first 150 days in jail. I don't think that's what ended up happening there. There was stories, fake hoaxes, like you remember recently, not too long ago, people were burning churches. There's been countless stories of white folks saying black folks committed crimes, but I don't know if those are considered hate crimes. So it's very hard to ascertain. What I did find that was somewhat similar was a Martha Stewart case. Now, you remember Martha Stewart went to jail. It was one count of conspiracy, 2 counts of making false statements, 1 count of obstruction of agency proceedings. She received 5 months in jail and 5 months of home confinement. That's the closest case I could come up with of a famous person going to jail for lying to cops. Some think she went to jail for insider trading. She didn't. She went to jail about denying the insider trading and lying as they were doing the investigations. That's what she went to jail for. And basically because people got pissed off, which is the same thing that happened to Jussie. People got tired of Jussie. They were mad at Jussie. Jussie's full of shit. So they wanted a pound of flesh. They wanted a pound of flesh, and they got it from Jussie. Okay? That's what this comes down to. My thing with the Jussie Smollett case is it bothers me somewhat seeing so many people act as if Jussie didn't get enough time. This is a slap on the wrist. It's a 4-class felony. It's just lying. You know, there are Karens who call the cops on black people to try to get them killed, who don't receive this type of time. In fact, the one at Central Park didn't get any time at all. And she called the cops twice. Jussie did this. It's despicable. It's disgusting what he did. His career is ruined. His life ruined. I think beyond recognition. If he comes back, he's going to have to do some weird B&Z movies that no one will ever see. He will forever be mocked. This was a guy who was on the path to more and more possibility. I don't know where he would have went, but he was 36 years old, right on the precipice of being one of the major stars in a hit show, and he ruins it because things aren't going well fast enough. He's a cautionary tale, Johnson. And I know that's not enough for some people, but damn it, you know, that's a lot to ruin your life like that. I guess he was still trying to perform there in court, but I ain't buying it. I know he's full of shit. But my thing is, it bothers me that there are people who keep saying he didn't get enough time. And there's a couple things in America you need to worry about, okay? One of them you should not worry about, hell, that you should never worry about is if a black guy gets enough time. In America takes care of that, Johnson. We get 20% more time than our white counterparts for even when we commit the same crimes with the same rap sheets. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel sorry for Jussie. I don't feel sorry for him. I'm just giving you facts. When people say we need to do more, this is a slap on the wrist. Yeah, I'm sorry. He did not blow up something. I'm sorry. He did not accuse someone else. There have been hate crimes where they've actually accused people, where people may go to jail for something they didn't do. He expected no one to ever be found. He didn't blame it on a particular person. Yes, what he did was wrong, but he made the Chicago police waste a lot of their time and resources. hence the $120,000 fine. That's a lot of money for the regular person. And at this point, Jussie is not just a regular person. He's a humiliated person. I don't know how he's going to make a living. Maybe he'll write a book like OJ. I didn't do it, but if I did, this is how I do it. So anyway, that kind of bothers me. There's so many people like piling on like he should get more, he should get more. When people say that there is this way that people treat one another and the way people attack people based on sexuality, if you're a person who dismisses it, you need to spend some time amongst other people who don't know you and go some other places that may not be as progressive. And you will see, if you're around long enough, you will see some comments made that are really, really below the belt. And it's okay not to like the guy. And it's okay to say the guy lied. He did lie. It's okay to call him out. It's okay to say you get what you deserve. But it's not okay to be a big homophobe. That's not okay. And it's not okay to hope that he goes under the jail. I bet these people didn't hope that Martha Stewart went under the jail. They were like, well, Martha Stewart, why she gotta go to jail? Other people don't go to jail for cheating and lying to the cops. People go to jail for lying for the cops all the time. Maybe not this long, but it's usually accompanying other charges that are more, serious. The judge was very detailed when he brought down the hammer. He explained himself. You can say a lot of things, but you understood why he came to the conclusion he came to. He methodically went through the entire case in 40 minutes. And it reminded you why the sentence that he was handing out, though it was a little heavy-handed, is just so much you could say, because Jussie lied. And that's another thing, my fault. That's one more thing I want to add, guys. A lot of the cases that I looked up, people admitted that they were lying. See, that's the thing about Jussie. Jussie never admitted he lied. See, there are other cases, other stories I ran across as I tried to find and compare apples to apples. But in all those stories, the people ended up admitting, hey, man, I lied. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Even in the current cases, hey, I shouldn't have called the cops. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Not Jussie. He defiantly, as he's walking out to be processed, he's still lying. That guy, you want to give him a couple extra months. Come on. Come on now. Come on. He wants to tell you, don't believe your lying eyes. Folks, it's all court. They got the money that he paid the trainers. They got both the trainers telling on him. It's all, his court did the rights. They got camera work. It's there. There was no one else there, man. So anyway. And he still lies. Woo. Even in the courtroom, there was somebody in the courtroom. I couldn't tell who it was. Someone shouting out, stop locking up our black men. Yeah, save that for black men that, that didn't do the shit. This guy, he did it. I almost wanted to go snap. He put his arm in Black Power. I almost wanted to jump through the TV screen and pull his arm down. Get your arm down. Don't you hold your arm up. Don't you pump your fist up. Don't you give me the right hand power fist, the black power fist. No, not you. You put it down. Put your arm in your pocket. Put your arm back in your pocket. You don't get to do that. You ain't fight the power. You are the problem.
Racism has been declared a mental health crisis by 11 states in this country. So as far as mental health, I think everybody wants to throw him under the bus. I think he has some kind of mental issue dealing with the fact that he's trying to shine a light on something that's real out here. I mean, for us as black people to keep banging our heads against the wall, thinking that there's going to be any kind of justice in a world of pure white supremacy there. and this speaks to our mental health. This speaks to everybody's black people especially. This speaks to your mental health right now. If you're even talking about it. It's not about Jussie Smollett. Man.
It is about Jussie Smollett. It is about him.
No, it's not, man. It's about hate crimes.
It's about him.
It's about hate crimes.
It's about Jussie because Jussie started this case, brother. It's about Jussie. It's about
He's
Jussie,
just a
man.
distraction, man.
He's not a distraction. This is
He's
his case.
just a distraction.
It's his case. He brought the case.
Are you trying to tell me that?
He did
Are you
it.
trying to tell me?
He
are
did
you
it.
trying to tell?
They didn't go get him, brother.
He did it.
They didn't go get him, man. He came and got us, man. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. I let you go on a long time, brother. I can't let you just keep on just saying the same thing about Jussie did this on his own for money.
Recognizes that Empire actor Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. To make things worse, the accusations within this phony attack received national attention for weeks. Celebrities, news commentators, and even presidential candidates weighed in on something that was choreographed by an actor. First, Smollett attempted to gain attention by sending a false letter that relied on racial, homophobic, and political language. When that didn't work, Smollett paid $3,500 to stage this attack and drag Chicago's reputation through the mud in the process. And why? This stunt was orchestrated by Smollett because he was dissatisfied with his salary. So he concocted a story about being attacked. Now, our city has problems. We know that. We have problems that have affected people from all walks of life, and we know that. But to put the national spotlight on Chicago for something that is both egregious and untrue is simply shameful.
They didn't frame his ass. He didn't feel he was getting paid enough money, so he felt that if he made his profile bigger, they had to pay him more. You don't know the story. It's got nothing to do with that. What I suggest we don't do, brother, is we don't take bad actors, people do the wrong shit, and let them cover themselves in blackness to pretend what they did isn't wrong. I didn't say he should go to jail for 100 years. He should have admitted he lied, man, and we've been over with this shit. He carried this on for 3 years, man. He did not do this to bring attention to an issue. He did this to help his career. That's a difference, Johnson. He did not do this to help you or to help me. He did this to help himself. Just because he's black does not mean we get to go, he did this to help us. It's not who he did it for. And he got caught and he lied. There are people giving Kaepernick problems, and he didn't lie. He didn't make up a hate crime. He took a knee. But Jussie lied about this shit. He paid some people to stage a film. Get it? He's an actor, okay? Who paid other actors to put on a play to help his career. That's it. That's all. There's nothing more to it. That's it, man. That's all. But don't use this to say black people got problems and black people always against themselves. What are we supposed to do? Give him a pass? Supposed to act like what he didn't do it? Try to act. What are we supposed to do? Make up this story that he did it for help people? We supposed to ignore what he did? It's not the worst thing in the world. You know, he's not Dylan Roof. You know, he's not a terrorist, but he's a self-centered asshole who used our pain. He used real struggle. He used real pain and real issues to further his career, Johnson. He used our shit. So you should be upset that a black man would use our struggle, our pain, our degradation, our discrimination, our lynchings, right, as collateral for himself to try to prop up his own career. You should be upset about that. You should not be mad at us for being upset he did that. You should be upset that he did that. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. All right. That's my point. I'm disappointed that you don't see it that way, but we are different people. We have different opinions.
If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of black Americans in this country for over 400 years.
Hello?
Hey, smart sister, what did you think about Jussie Smollett getting sentenced to 150 days in jail? What do you think?
I think the judge really explained everything well as far as I could see. Because I always thought it was suspect from the beginning as well. And, I'm from Chicago, so I know that side of town, whatever, ain't no MAGA people gonna be in Chicago. It went below zero weather doing that. So that's why I always thought it was suspect. So I thought the fact that he's going to tell him, I'm not going to, like with probation, with a lot of places, you can't travel, you can't do stuff. He was open about that. It's just like you said, though, but for him, when I wanted to jump through the TV, too, when I saw him throw up the Black Power symbol. You have got to be kidding me. I was like, no, he didn't. You know how he No, he didn't. Don't nobody care. We got bigger fish to fry than to sit up here and worry about you, Jussie Smollett, and your little thing, and you done lied like a rug. Give me a break. So of course, the Chicago police are crooked as hell. I'm not taking nothing from that either. But when you get through, they didn't have nothing to do with that part. Okay? If all other stuff that came out to show you was lying like a rug, you need to be a man and take your hit and do what is 5 months. And if he's going to be in protective custody,
True.
I didn't do it to myself. No, you did it to yourself that night. That's what you did. So, come on now. So, you in protective custody. Ain't nobody, they ain't going to bother you, boy. Just go in there and do that 5 months and go crochet or something and shut up. Because his career is over. It's done. Trust me. I'm out here in L.A. Trust me. Okay? He's done.
Wow.
So that's it.
Smart sister.
It's all, what's the news tomorrow?
Give it up for Smart Sister, y'all. Thank you, Smart Sister, for taking time out to break it down for me. I appreciate you, sister. Give it up for her. One more time, y'all. That's hilarious, man. She said, hey, I'm from Chicago. Ain't no MAGA people out there that time of night. Cold as it was. Out there like that. Yeah, that Black Power fist, it's like mocking us.